As police reveal more about how a 3-year-old boy died just over a week ago, the mother of the man charged in the boy's death is speaking out. Good evening, I'm Brian Loftus.
And I'm Denise Valdez. 20-year-old Cassie Smith and her boyfriend, 40-year-old Joshua Oxford, are accused of killing Smith's 3-year-old son, Daniel Terrio. Tonight, 8 News Now reporter Darlene Melendez spoke with Oxford's mother. She's live from the Clark County Detention Center with what she had to say. Darlene?
Cassie Smith and Joshua Oxford are both here at the Clark County Detention Center, charged with abusing and killing 3-year-old Daniel. According to the report, Smith and Oxford had only lived in Las Vegas for about a month. Meanwhile, Oxford's mother, Kathy Evans, has lived in Las Vegas for years. She told me that Saturday was the first time she ever met Daniel and his brother, just hours before Daniel's death. Cassie Smith's and Joshua Oxford's accounts of Saturday, September 2nd described 3-year-old Daniel Terrio as having a, quote, bad attitude and being disrespectful hours before his death. Also at the residence that day.
Are you the mother of Joshua Oxford?
Kathy Evans, Joshua Oxford's mother. She didn't want her face on camera.
Do you feel disturbed by this situation?
Well, yeah. It's my son.
Yeah.
You know, I have to see on the news every night. He wasn't raised that way.
Evans says she babysat Daniel and his 2-year-old brother for an hour while Smith and Oxford ran errands. In the report, Smith says before they left, Oxford lost it on the child, repeatedly spanking Daniel, then heating up water on the stove and pouring the hot water on the 3-year-old. Daniel said ow and called for Smith, his mother, but she did nothing. Evans says she only saw Oxford hit Daniel and didn't notice any other signs of abuse.
I'm not blaming her, but why didn't she call the police? Why didn't she say something?
The report says when Smith and Oxford returned home, Daniel was asleep. The next morning, he was dead. Smith stated she wanted to call police, but Oxford said they'd go to prison if she did. That's when the pair dumped Daniel's body in a remote area of Lake Mead and made up the story about Daniel getting lost at Sunset Park.
Do you feel disappointed?
Yeah. Very disappointed. Children have to come first. Children have to come first.
Evans says that she's close with her son, Joshua Oxford, but she says she didn't know anything about his relationship with Smith. She told me that she has not seen Oxford here in jail and is not planning on visiting him. Both Oxford and Smith are due back in court on November 26th for a preliminary hearing on their murder charges. Reporting live, Darlene Melendez, 8 News Now.